Let's get into the quarterbacks of the draft. It's coming up in 2 weeks. We got a bunch of guys that are going in the first round. It could be Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, Drake Maye, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix. Where do you rank these prospects?
Well, I like Jayden Daniels before Caleb Williams before Drake Maye, Drake Maye before J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix before Michael Penix, and Michael Penix before J.J. McCarthy.
Okay, so then which quarterback in this draft class would you want to play with out of those, and why?
I like Jayden Daniels. I like his ability to run. He's not quite Lamar, but he's got some of that in him. He can deliver the football, got a strong arm. He's a California kid.
But he runs a lot.
I like him a lot, though. I like him a lot. I like him a little bit more than I like Caleb. Caleb is a guy with, who scrambles around, moves around, off-schedule plays, can still deliver the football. Bo Nix a little bit older, been around, seemed like he'd been in college for like 13 years. Michael Penix to me is a nice lefty, but I don't really like left-hand quarterbacks because I don't like the rotation on the football. But out of all of them, J.J. McCarthy is at least my favorite out of all the quarterbacks, and he's rising up apparently
to the first round.
The draft board in the top 5 picks. So it'll be interesting to see who gets fired with that one.
So you wouldn't want to have Caleb Williams? Because he's not going to be running as much as Jayden Daniels.
No, I like Jayden. I think Jayden...
For a receiver, though.
Yeah, if they both throw the football, Keyshawn, it doesn't matter. They're going to throw me the ball. I'm not worried about them running because if they run, if they running and not throwing when I'm open, they're going to get their ass cussed out.
Well, on Undisputed yesterday, you and Skip had college football legend Johnny Manziel join the show. You talked about how certain college quarterbacks are not able to transition to the pro game. Which quarterback from this draft class has the best opportunity to have immediate impact similar to C.J. Stroud did last season?
I feel like it's going to be Jayden Daniels. I feel like Jayden Daniels and then Caleb with the weapons in Chicago. If Chicago goes Caleb, they got some playmakers on the perimeter that could help him excel. But I think Jayden Daniels is probably the most pro-ready out of all the quarterbacks. He's probably the most pro-rated. He doesn't have to learn how to get underneath the center. He's underneath the center. He's in shotgun. Caleb got to kind of learn what they want to do in the pros. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a setback for him. I don't think J.J. McCarthy's quite ready because, first of all, he hadn't thrown the ball nearly enough, not enough snaps. Bo Nix got more snaps than anybody. And then Michael Penix is a guy that is a project, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, speaking of Caleb Williams, we recently defended himself on social media after Greg McElroy said he never experienced adversity. So first he wrote the definition.
Greg McElroy always talking. Man, Greg McElroy needs to shut the hell up. Well, he's the same dude that tried to tell me Trevor Lawrence is a once-in-a-lifetime generational quarterback. Like, shut up. For real, though.
All right. Well, Caleb said, he wrote the definition of adversity first, and then he wrote, year 1, he didn't start freshman year. Year 2, he popped his hammy championship game first quarter, lost because of my hammy. And year 3, 7-5, my last year of college ball. How do you feel about Caleb responding to haters on social media?
We really don't necessarily have to respond to haters. People going to feel the way that they feel and say what they want to say. Greg McElroy isn't drafting Caleb Williams number 1. Greg McElroy is also the same guy that tried to say because C.J. Stroud didn't attend the Manning camp that he was less of a quarterback than the other guys that did go to the Manning camp. How did that work out for you? So if I'm Caleb, in all honesty, I wouldn't even be paying attention to what people got to say. I got him ranked number 2 behind Jayden Daniels.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that he didn't face adversity. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, playing college football at a high level is adversity. I don't Greg McElroy, sometimes, Keyshawn, what you got to learn in this business is people just like to talk, to be seen. They say stuff that makes 0 sense.
Yeah,
0.
I don't think it made much sense either. But since we're on the topic of quarterbacks, the Cowboys are rumored to be a sleeper team to draft a quarterback. Do you think they should draft this position? I don't, personally.
I mean, where at, though? If you can take a quarterback every single year, you should draft one. If you have the luxury of taking one, doesn't mean you have to take him in the first round. Doesn't mean you take him in the second. You can take him in the 6th round. You have to. That position is such that you got to have quality backups in the National Football League. Now, if you're talking about taking them in the first round, no, they got 2 quarterbacks outside of Dak Prescott on their roster. They got Cooper Rush and they got Trey Lance. Trey Lance was the 3rd pick of the draft 3 years ago. He was the 3rd pick of the draft 3 drafts ago for a reason. Even though it didn't work out in San Francisco, They drafted him for a reason because they thought he was good enough to excel.
Well, from what you've seen, what do you think of Trey Lance? Do you think
he never got an opportunity?
You think he should get one?
Yeah, you got to give him an opportunity, a chance.
Yeah.
Whether it's in Dallas or somewhere else. He never got an opportunity. He got hurt. That's not an opportunity.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.